What is Rahu? It is your desire. What is Rahu Mahadasha? It is the free playground where now the batsman is Rahu. So people are telling you to do this and do that. It won't help. You cannot change the batsman. You cannot tell him to go back. You have to face the Rahu batsman. There is simply no escape. The more you try to escape from your karma, the more you would be chased. There is no escaping. Someday, sometime, and at some place, you would be caught clean bowled. Rahu is darkness. I remember when I was traveling in the US, I met an old friend and he was doing exceptionally well. Everyday parties and parties and parties. And he was just enjoying his life. Woman, pleasures, status, everything was at his feet. And you know what he was running through? He was running through the Mahadasha of Rahu. And he said to me, "See, Rahu loves me." I smiled and said, "Yes, overwhelmingly, but be careful." And then I left. After 4 years, I got a call at 2 a.m. and the same friend started crying. He said, "I am bankrupt. I don't know what to do." His Rahu Dasha was over. And Rahu makes sure that whatever he gives you, he takes back. Now this friend is planning to come back to India. When there is nowhere to go, where will you go? But home, sweet home. The question is why this happens, and the answer is simple: ignorance. Rahu makes you blind. So Rahu may shower immense power and status to you during his Mahadasha, and you may start wondering, why was I fearful of Rahu when Rahu is such a goody friend? But that is just a trailer. The real picture starts soon, and when it starts, you are in for the greatest miseries of your life. A very reputed builder in Pune, who is now arrested for his misdoings, in an interview had mentioned that as soon as his Rahu Dasha began, he was arrested, tried, and finally imprisoned. Fear leads you to more miseries. Courage leads you to much happiness. A coward wants to escape. A courageous man wants to go ahead, experience, and come out as a more mature, more insightful man. And I want you all to become mature. I don't want my followers to remain fearful. I am not the astrologer you have been visiting. Astrologers who simply pump in so much fear within you that you lose all hope and you become more miserable than Rahu can make you. To my close followers, I tell, jump in the unknown, face bravely, and come out of it shining like a diamond. Rahu loves the fearful, the coward men. It makes his job much easier, but Rahu is hateful of those men who are courageous, who have so much courage that they would simply walk through the dark tunnel of Rahu with unwavering faith in the Lord, the Master. Walk by faith, not by sight. When you have unwavering faith, you will not fear. You will not doubt, you will jump into the unknown. The Master says, they say think twice before you jump. I say, first jump and then think as much as you want to. And Rahu trembles with the word faith. Rahu's main job is to pull a blanket of ignorance over your eyes, to make you completely materialistic, to make you totally intellectual, all brains but no heart. So when you take the Lord's name, when you are faithful, Rahu smells trouble. Then he says that this guy is something. Then you make Rahu run for his job, than the other way round. You see, just a small grain of faith can move the mightiest mountain. Then what the heck this black shadow called Rahu is? Rahu is temptation. Many temptations come when you are going through Rahu Mahadasha or Rahu Antardasha. Lots of sex, lots of power, lots of money, lots of properties. But if you are conscious, if your consciousness is more, then and only then can you face and overcome Rahu. A man of awareness, a conscious man simply looks into the eyes of temptation and defeats the temptation. Don't just run from temptation, look it in the eye and defeat it. Don't run from Rahu, that is temptation. Face Rahu with a courageous heart and defeat it by your unwavering faith, Shraddha and patience, Saburi. Sai Baba has given the greatest keys to mankind, keys that would help every man and woman to face the hardships of life, and the keys are faith and patience, Shraddha or Saburi. Remember, every time you defeat a temptation, you become more like Jesus, more like Buddha, more like Krishna, like Arjuna, like all the great enlightened men who have walked the talk.